Let's go, let's go, let's go. You are officially in the Michigan Man Cave. Welcome to the Man Cave, your place to end all things Michigan football. And man, oh man, if you're wondering where we were last week, we needed a bye week as well as the team. Because after what we saw, I mean, it's really nothing to talk about. We don't want to get on here and say the same thing. Same malpractice, coaching errors across the board, just undisciplined football. I mean, it was just more of the same. So we took a week off. Nevertheless, we're here now. Got us now. We're gonna talk about it a little bit, but also just current state of affairs. Just some open dialogue about where we're headed, some things that may need to change, and so on and so forth. But B, I'll let you begin, man. Just real quick. I know it's a week removed now since we took the bye week off, but that Indiana game, man, give me a little quick recap of what's as you would say, sticking in your craw.
Uh, what stuck out to me mostly was the unpreparedness flowed over into everything that we did as far as from a
Scoot
coaching
up a
standpoint.
little. Yeah,
Okay. The unpreparedness it flowed into every aspect of the game. I mean, just the mismanagement, the challenges that fucking Sharon was doing. I mean, Sharon, sorry, I'm a little sick, so I'm a little fuzzy. Forgive me, but it just man, it looked like an opportunity lost because I mean the game only ended up being 20-15. We had chances to take advantage. And I believe you and King in earlier podcasts have touched on it about like when we need to take the momentum or we try to get over that hump and flip the game, we don't do it. And it was very, very apparent. And it stuck out even more again, like you said, with the mistakes and the coaching error.
yeah, yeah. Keen, you got anything to add to that?
I mean, not to sound like a broken record, but the coaches from we like the players, if they messing up, I get it, you know what I'm saying? But this is coming for trickle down effect, you know what I'm saying? The leadership, the preparation, um, it's just like a culmination of things.
Yeah,
It's just disappointing, man, because you think about it, bro. Like, look at Colorado, man. They got rid of like 40 people, cuz last year. You know what I'm saying? And like they're prepared. You see them on the court, the field. I say court because I'm ready for basketball. You see them on the field, and like their record shows it. They play good. I mean, they replaced the whole roster, bro. We're coming off a natty. You feel me? We're coming off a national championship, and it's just to see this 5-5. Nobody would have pictured this in January. Nobody.
yeah. It's unfortunate. The crazy thing to me of all his coaching malpractices is it's all right. You almost get a free mulligan as far as like super bad challenges and super bad calls, but like to me, the biggest it was the first time I was like, because I never was really like, all right, fire Sharon. Like, I mean, I know it was like, okay, this season's bad, but obviously it's his first season. I mean, let the man get 1 year under his belt. But I saw three things happen in the last 3 weeks that was like, yo, those are fireable offenses in his own right. So two games ago, we all remember the Coast and Loveland pass where he came down and landed on his back all a hard fall on the ground and the ball popped out.
Yeah.
Everybody and their mama knows you got to survive the ground. Incomplete pass. Like, I mean, clear as day. It was a big play for us. We needed it. It was almost like he knew how important that play was. So he was just like, I'm just going to challenge it anyway. Like, you think they're about to just disregard the rule for you, bro? So that was the first one, which I was just like, I didn't agree with it, but it was like, whatever. I give you a mulligan, my boy. So then last game, when everything seems to be running smooth, I think all of us, we don't even have to go down this road, are pretty much done with the orgy package, been done with the orgy package. You
It's too
bring
predictable.
Throw that away.
too predictable. You
Unsuccessful.
bring him in, he runs it, gets smacked, fumbles, and the man is standing upright when he fumbles. And you challenge that to see if he's down. Now, originally in game, they were saying okay, maybe he's challenging for targeting. And I'm like, okay, maybe
Right.
that's a solid, reason it was another big play. Maybe we can get another slot bucket. Looks like us getting targeted is our best offense, sidebar. Uh, but after the game, they ask him about it, and he says, yeah, I got a call from upstairs
No, he
that,
didn't.
yeah,
I don't believe that.
Somebody snipe whoever made that call, and
I don't
got
believe
word.
they
that.
made it.
I
If
got
they
word
made
from
it.
I got word from upstairs that he was possibly down. Now, you watching the game, all of us are watching the game. Now, I think he's front and center. He's on the 50-yard line, wherever it happened at, with the best seat in the house. And
Either way, and see a big Megatron board. Either way, you know
now
what I'm saying?
think if your coach, even if they did call down and say, "Hey, Keen, I think he was down," you would say, "No, the hell he wasn't. I saw him standing straight up and
Right.
got the ball knocked out. You're the big dog."
You have the power to overturn anything.
So after the game, he admits it was for the fumble look. It wasn't even for the challenge. I think
You
the
can't even
announcer
challenge. Can you challenge a targeting? Like if they
apparently
don't call it, you can't just be like, yo, throw that. I
think
want
it's
to.
new. I think it's new. Like I think
he
that's something
can.
new
Yeah.
because
Well,
they let him do it.
hey, if he can't, Keen, throw more gasoline on this.
More gas on it.
Hey, you know who's taking the responsibility for that call from upstairs? That's gonna be a student assistant. No,
Yeah.
Nobody with a full-time position is gonna be like, I called down.
You're
The
done.
intern. He's interning with us. He's
No, nobody's gonna take credit for that, dog. Like
and
that was clear as day.
nobody with that power to go into your ear set and say challenge that is
Right.
intern or
Wouldn't be no
assistant.
student assistant. Hey, yeah, he's with the ESC program. He's special.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't believe somebody with a full-time position called down and said, "Hey, look here, challenge that. We got a good
that's
chance."
my job. I'm gone.
So that was two. That was two. And then the last of all is when we need to stop at the very end of the game. And the only way we win is to 1, 2, 3, time out them boys. And I get it. They got 8 yards on first down. And it's kind of like, man, like, hey, man, it doesn't matter. You can't wait.
You got to rely on your defense.
Still
You
gotta
can't
do
wait.
it.
You can't wait until they get the first and then start using them. Bruh, there's that little amount of time left. We have to literally bow up and stop them from getting 2 yards. It's the only way we can win. So
Only
what
way.
does he do? He lets, was it 30, 40
30.
seconds?
30, 34, something.
Run off the clock.
30 plus.
And then I think he just, at that point, the only thing I can think of is he finally really started doing the math in that moment. Like,
Wow. I thought he conceded the game. I was just like, all right, we just gonna take it.
Hey, bro,
Right.
you ain't never played Madden before? You ain't never played college football in
That don't
the
make no
game,
sense,
bro?
bro.
nothing. I mean, we was watching. It's like all doing the simple math in our head right there. It has to be 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's the
That
only
was
way.
immediate. That should have been a timeout.
When the
call.
timeout wasn't called, it's like everybody in the stadium has got this look, got wrinkles in their forehead, like, what?
And then the thing that killed me most is when he decided to call it. He tried to be all fast and shit. Like, bruh, the time is you ain't getting it back,
Bruh, we don't put time back on the board for your stupidity,
Bro.
And those are three coaching decisions. Now keep in mind, I didn't say nothing about an actual like game call. It was like all operational stuff. You see what I'm saying? That's like head coach 101, game management,
right?
operation of the game, being aware of time, situation. Like, you look terrible, bro. That's inexcusable.
I just want to know one thing. Did Harbaugh like give him the keys and say, this is the guy? Did they ever like report on that? Or was it just like, we're gonna hire you?
I mean,
DEI wise.
Harbaugh signed off on him, but I mean, keep in mind, he did have, I don't want to
tutelage.
He
was under his
year, but he had 3 games or 4 games, whatever it was.
I mean,
he did, and he did straight. So it's like
hindsight is 2020. You're right. Yeah,
and it's like the progression. Like he was next in line. If we gonna stay inside the program, he was next in line.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's gonna be hard to bounce back from that, man. I lost a lot of confidence last game. I was already losing it, and it was almost like the last of it was stripped away. Go ahead, B.
Just real quick. Our last couple of games have been lost on the strength of the head coach.
Bruh. So I think I'm pretty sure that was a real stat. IU's offense in the second half was 30 yards.
Yeah,
Wink made some hellified adjustments, dog. They couldn't do nothing.
And we
he had Barry out there looking like a Big Ten player of the year.
Right. Yeah. He showed up a couple times.
Our worst defensive player up to this point. He had him looking like Sanders still out there.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like that just shows, man, like the offense, like, yo, they scored. If you went into that game and told you that on the front end, hey, they're getting 20 points only. In the second half, they're only going to have 30 yards of offense. You take that.
That's crazy, bro. I don't know how we don't win that game.
Bro, we need you to score 2 touchdowns. Because Zavon, well, he had like 3 field goals, didn't he? Or 2 field goals, 3 field goals, 9 points. We need you to score 2 tugs.
Bruh, it's sad. Man.
Hey, you don't even got to make the extra. Just.
And then Warren, I mean, I ain't gonna blame it all on the offensive coordinator. I mean, most of it is on him because majority of the plays are bad. But even when they're there, like it was like a crucial play late. And then remember, he just sailed it over my man's head. He's stopping in the zone right there. He just off his back foot, it's just flying on him. I'm like, bro, that's a big conversion right there.
He doesn't look like he's ever played quarterback. I know he was sick, but I don't know how you get a scholarship playing like that, dog. Like, I mean, he can't hit wide open receivers. There was some times there were people wide open and he can't hit them.
And we were watching the game, and I was saying, like, no disrespect to Peyton O'Leary. You're a walk-on. You done grinded your way through. You get a couple catches here and there, possession guy. But, like, at the end of the day, bro, we saw at one time, we looked, it was Davis Warren was at quarterback. Peyton O'Leary at wide out. Klein, our other tight end, was decent. And then I think was it CJ Charleston, the other receiver out there. I'm like, yo, this just isn't a this isn't a roster that says we're about to do anything, bro.
Where are the go-getters? At least, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it was like it wasn't even the second string. It was like the third, fourth string players, like on other teams. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I haven't seen a Marion Walker since that one catch he had, the longest catch I think his longest catch of the season, to be honest.
If we're losing confidence, I can only imagine that players in that locker room have lost confidence. I think people are packing it in. We ain't going to a bowl game. We got to win both these 2 games to go to a bowl game. And how much confidence do you have in that happening?
Well, we just got to win 1.
We got to win, 6.
Northwestern.
So we can be 6-6 and go to a bowl game?
6 wins, yeah. 6 get you at the bowl.
Okay. Well, hey, shit.
Hey, you got higher expectations.
I'm about to start suing people.
It's been a while since we needed to know that information.
People were saying we needed both games. On Twitter, people was talking about we needed both games, but
I mean to solidify, but
6-6 is terrible. We are trash.
Oh yeah, 6-6, bro. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, I think Sharon's goal at this point is like you absolutely bowl game is like mandatory. So,
you have to save your job. To save your job, bro.
Save your job. I think it's safe to say. Go ahead, Keith.
No, I was just gonna say, like, you think they had to give him 2 years, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, just with the climate of the
we don't have to give you nothing.
I'm just saying.
We gave you a head coaching job off of a natty.
I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. You think
that's me, Keenan. I got a lot of vitriol towards because okay, we said coaching malpractice, but then like this last game, dog, it just seems like he's unprepared or the moment's too big, dog. Like that's not something I was prepared to stomach coming into this season. Like, all right, we don't got the players because we lost a lot, you know what I mean? But like managerial wise, you a national championship coach, dog. You should be making like these are, like you said, coach 101 mistakes. Like, if Harbaugh was that influential on making you a successful coach, then you're not ready for this job.
Yeah. And Harbaugh, if you see him like coach, like Harbaugh, one thing he had us ready was like, yo, all that game manager procedural stuff, like he was on that shit. Harbaugh was, right. You see with the Chargers, they already like,
ready to go. Yeah,
Let's flip that program around in less than a year.
It's disciplined, dog. It's a very disciplined way he goes about his team. So you can tell, you can see his presence gone for sure. But I think the first thing, and I wouldn't have been surprised if I'm surprised he made it this far, is the OC being axed. You know what I'm saying? I feel like for Sharon or for any coach that's under fire, that's usually like the first step you take. You know what I'm saying? Let me roll this shit downhill real quick to make sure everybody knows like this could be the problem. So I'm surprised he isn't out yet. I think it's almost a for sure. Regardless, he's done at the end of the season. But it looked like, and brother Mike had texted me. He was like, it looked like Sharon's like fully calling the plays right now, and then you saw what it was because he was doing a lot more over the mouth covering up with the call sheet last game than we had been seeing. So I'm wondering if he was actually in there calling the majority of the plays last game, which doesn't give you a lot of confidence because
I was just about to say
you were
that
responsible for that
me
orgy shit then.
because
yeah,
the offensive coordinator wasn't doing shit. Now, if you took over from him and that was your display of offensive coordinatorship, then
you're 3 field goals better than him. Good shit. Not
hey,
acceptable.
King, well, speaking of the defense, I know we talk a lot about offense. Defense, I know we said it, but they bowled up second half, and the Wings done that a couple of games this year where the defense has played a lot better in the second half than the first half. So I'll say Wink at least seems to be able to make some adjustments. Zeke Berry ended up, like you said, he ended up playing his best game after getting cooked early in the game, but he made up for it. But there was some, I don't know if there's rumors or articles floating around about Don Brown coming back, and I think we all agreed no to Don Brown.
get her done, blitz them done. I'm good.
See that because I went down a Twitter rabbit hole. He had just got fired from what was it, UMass?
UMass, yeah.
Yeah, he got fired.
Yeah. And it was like there was already like Wink likes to blitz. And I said, what we get him in here for an advisor? They just gonna meet for like 2 minutes, like send him. Cover zero every play.
Our problem wouldn't be our defense if like you said, I mean, when he did show some ability to switch it up at this game because they did a hell of a job, and that's why I thought we was in the game. Even though our offense was just like sputting out every time, I just figured our defense was showing up, and I figured we were in the game until the coaching, saying malpractice. But
we had a Barham sighting.
Barham played pretty solid.
Got a sack. Yeah. He was in there.
Yeah, he done played a little better the last few games. I mean, too late in the damn season for you to want to start balling out, but better late.
It ain't hard to play good on this season right now.
Yeah. So I do want to ask y'all now, looking forward. I know we talked about it last time. We were talking about how the other quarterback we had, Carter, decommitted because all the Bryce Underwood deal. And now it's looking like I think you sent that to the group chat where Bryce reposted something about turning down $10.5 million. So
LSU giving him a bag.
Or he just looking at our season like,
or he ain't confident in coming up.
Look at that.
Man, it's a lot of bread to turn down, man. So I'm just saying, if you're looking at it, we were kind of. I wasn't necessarily banking on him committing. I knew that was a lot of bread, but I still knew it was a long shot. I just never really fully bought into that. And who knows? He ain't signed yet, so it still might be a possibility. But I mean, as far as looking for the QB of the future, I'll let you go for it because obviously that's the biggest position in sports. I think in any team sport, quarterback is the most important position. So, what is our plan right now for a quarterback next year? Do you think it's Jaden Davis? Do you really believe that? Heard a lot of reports that people saying he ain't ready. I don't put too much into stock, whether good or bad, honestly. Or we're just gonna have to go to the portal, keeping your hopes alive for Bryce. We need a quarterback, bro. We're gonna be in the same situation without a quarterback.
exercise all three options. Shit, get the best quarterback out of the portal you could get. Still go hard after Bryce and Jaden. He's already there. He ain't going nowhere. And then just create competition. Like I don't understand why in this day and age kids are so. I mean, we made it so they don't have to compete, but that's how you know what I'm saying, win the starting job. You go into training camp or not spring ball, and you compete for the starting job. And we got talent like that competing for that one position. That would make me confident in one of them is going to be able to pull out and show that they, you know what I'm saying, are able to take the reins. So with this situation that we put ourselves in this year, I wouldn't leave any stone unturned. Go after everybody because, like you said,
Yeah.
I agree 100%. Quarterback is the most important position on the field, and as much as I want to blame Sharon, well, as much as I can blame Sharon and the rest of the team, we see that in our record. JJ, look at JJ, got a solid quarterback, didn't do too much, but made the throws, made the plays. You win a national championship. You got a motherfucker back there that can't do nothing at all, and you 5-5.
So yeah, I hear you. A meritocracy. That's what Harbaugh used to say. Everybody got an equal shot at this thing.
Meritocracy. That's all you. Hey, you can't control what you. I mean, you can't control outcomes. All you can do is control what you do. And if you're balling out, then you're gonna be that dude. But if you're not, then if you look like you can't even throw, bro, like.
And King, with that premise and train with that premise, like what I was just talking about competing, it's like, what was y'all looking at with the three lords y'all brought out, you know what I'm saying, this year? Tuttle, Orgy. What were y'all looking at practice? How did y'all come up with, okay, we're going with this guy, we're going with this guy, we're going that? Because none of them have really, we got one that retired, one that can't throw, and the other one looks like he's never played football before, given the opportunity.
That spring game be
One
really,
retired is wild.
One said, yo, you know what?
I can't take it no more. But to the Bryce Underwood point, we flipped one of his high school teammates. They were going to Pitt, a safety, Dotson, forgot his first name, but 4-star safety. He was committed to Pitt, and we flipped him to Michigan. So I mean, if you want to,
That's the easier flip than LSU.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like his teammate. Oh, come on, get in his ear, dog, get in his ear. Come on, man, we can go run shit at Michigan. But yeah, I haven't seen any quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like any news of I saw some on Carter Smith. Like he decommitted and he's like not on our list anymore. So, and then just with going after Bryce, we don't got nothing. He hasn't flipped. So,
did y'all see any of them rumors about USC quarterback Miller Moss? The one we played against, the one who threw that pick 6 to Will Johnson, we played USC. I don't know how or where those rumors came from, but it was saying we need to get him. I'm like, he's currently benched at USC. But he's supposed some gunslinger. I'm like, I'm good. Like,
not so.
I don't believe in another man's trash is going to be my quarterback. Leave him where he's at. Let's go get something fresh.
Yeah, facts.
On another note, Bogey got fired from Charlotte, head coach from Charlotte. Remember, he was on our staff.
The dude with the no sleeves.
Yeah, and they some people say he was like the money behind us doing what we did this last couple of years because he was like a hedge fund manager, and then he came over to coaching, and he had money. And I saw like a video of somebody.
Bread, I'm not worried about. The money, I'm not worried about. It's what we're offering to sway them to come. Like we got people.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know. I mean, that's what I read. That's what I saw a video on. Like people were trying to say that when he got there, they started the kind of stallion thing came about, and just the money part. And I don't know, but he's on campus this weekend. Is what I was about to say. He got fired from Charlotte, and he's on campus. He's like, I'm going to visit with an old friend, Sharon.
I wouldn't say that. That gets you no clout. He's on the hot seat.
Right. Y'all need to go meet in Ypsilanti. You're not welcome here.
Right.
Somebody need to question your judgment if you're putting that out.
That's a secret meeting. If I'm him, Sharon will bring your stock down right now if you're trying to get a job.
Let me ask y'all this question. Next year's quarterback, Keen, I'll start with you, is Jaden Davis a transfer or Underwood?
What are the odds? No, I'm just playing. I mean, I gotta go with Jaden Davis. I mean, I mean, what you want me to say? We didn't go get a transfer this year, so obviously they don't do too much. I mean, I just don't know their train of thought. You know what I'm saying? Because so much stuff has not been like on point and like the managerial part of the game, timeouts, the challenging. Like, how do we gauge what this guy is gonna do? So I'm just gonna say Jaden Davis to stay safe and say, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just break even, I guess.
All right, you got Jaden Davis. Boy.
My decision rests on a couple stipulations. So if Sharon stays, I think it's going to be a transfer. He's going to get somebody that's has done it before, you know what I'm saying? But and it's somebody that he personally went out or kind of recruited, get their mindset, because it's basically next year is going to be his job, you know what I'm saying, if we keep him. So he ain't going to want to come with the rookie. I mean, even y'all said it earlier, podcast, like how they ain't putting Jaden Davis in like now when we ain't got no quarterback at all. Like,
and they won't burn his red shirt
if he's not, well, even trained, you get 4 games. So if you're that not ready, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's the concerning part. You can still play and keep your red shirt at this point.
Right. If you're that not ready, spring ball we've shown ain't gonna get your skills up because these 3 cats we had this year we've done been through spring ball. So that's not gonna get your skills up. If you ain't taking actual game reps, I don't see Sharon banking his future on a guy that hasn't done it at this level. So if Sharon's still there, I feel like it'll be a transfer. If he's not, I feel like it'll be the coach that comes in, he'll have his own guy. I don't think it'll be Jaden Davis though.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna go with transfer. I think there's signs right now that we just need to read as far as when it comes to Jaden Davis. What we just said, you only got a max of 3 games left with two games in a bowl, right? Is that all we got? So it's like he can play every one of them games if you think he is, and get him 3 games of experience instead of nothing. He's going to come into next year and then need 3 games to get to where he'll be if you let him play right now. So why aren't we just doing that? So I think, yeah, I'm with you, bro. It's looking like a transfer. Don't know who, but I guess we'll all find out when we see. Maybe he'll surprise us towards the end of this year. If he's smart, he might be like, all right, let me give the fans a glimmer of hope to hold on to and be like, hold on, let him see what Jaden Davis got. It's like he must be that bad, man. I don't know. It ain't looking good.
Hey Trey, you just said if he's smart. He has shown that he is not.
Right.
I just had to get that. It was too easy.
Facts. Yeah. I wouldn't, yeah, right. I wouldn't expect him to do nothing smart like that. So before we get to predictions on Northwestern, I do want to ask y'all. So obviously, and we can do a preliminary Ohio State talk here. And I know we all been kind of watching them. Like, let me preface all this by saying I know we're ass. Okay. Let me
get that out there.
Let me put that out there now. But if there was a time for one of our ass teams to beat an Ohio State team that's not, I don't think they're as good as all their other 1, 2, and 3 and 4 ranked teams.
Yeah.
So it's like at least we're catching them when I think they might be a little overrated. We underplay what we should do every week. Like we have a bad record. Our record shouldn't be as bad as what it is, though, right? Definitely some winnable games in there.
7-3 right now.
Yeah. Right. We legit should have probably 3 losses for sure. So, and I'm not saying we're going to, but
it would be great.
I feel like it's just not all the way out of pocket to think we're just gonna get absolutely drilled. Pause. When it comes to Ohio State, like I don't know, man. I think it's a mental thing now that we got an advantage on them, which is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely predicting loss. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if for some weird reason that game would stayed a lot closer for a lot longer. than it should be. And I'm hoping that if Will Johnson does choose to come back, he'd be like, all right, y'all saying I'm running from the smoke. I'll come back
I
for
got Jeremiah Smith.
I'll come back for this game. I'm gonna get Jeremiah Smith, and we gonna see. I'm going top 5. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Do y'all think I'm off base with this, B?
No, just watching their games, they start real slow. Again, I think being this rivalry, we do have a lot of kids that played in it before. They have a lot of, like, I call them mercenaries, people that they players that they basically got out of the portal and paid them to come play, so they don't look at the rivalry with the bigger and the fervor like our kids look at it. So it reminds me of a movie Mark Wahlberg called The Perfect Storm. A lot of stuff has to go right, and a lot of stuff for them has to go wrong for this to be a game. Keeping it close, I agree with you. We can't keep it close, but if our offense just 3 and outs,
Oh yeah,
they're gonna blow the game wide open.
Yeah.
So
I'm hoping that because remember when we played State, Sharon seemed like he was just in a little bit of a different bag.
right, that's the bag I think you need to be in if we
Right.
stand a chance. Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm going with that, with the halfback passes, and it's like
All the stops, pull out all the stops.
Pull out all the stops, baby.
And you're talking about
playing loose and free.
And you want to talk about a season of shit absolutely forgiven from the Michigan fan base.
Oh, you'll get your
have
year.
Your next year. You'll have that
dog.
next year.
You'll get your year. If you win that game, you'll get your year.
Because you got State already.
Right.
That one is, I expect that one halfway, but it could go both ways.
No, his career is not banking on State. It's on this one.
Yeah, this is the big one. Especially we got them down 3 years in a row. We got them down. They, like you said, Train, we in his head too. So that's gonna play a factor too. He needs it. You know what I'm saying?
They shown he ain't like the big game coach.
Right.
He'll flub it off too.
If you can put the nail in Dave's Ohio State career, that will go a long way with me.
Because I think
if you beat him this game, he's definitely out of there.
Oh yeah, if he loses to Michigan,
I think he knows that.
Yeah. So
yeah,
you do that. You get maybe 2 years. I know one for sure. We had to see what happened.
That's how Cooper was at Ohio State. They old coach. He was winning all 10, 11 games. He kept losing to Michigan.
I gotta go.
Yep.
All right, no.
Now when they brought Tressel in there. Anyways, I just wanted to get y'all early thoughts on that. I was just watching them play every week, and it's like, I guess they play Indiana this week. That'd be something to keep our eye on.
Mm-hmm.
See how they handle that game.
They got talent, but again,
I don't love their quarterback, honestly.
And I didn't even mention this. They lost their starting center.
Yeah, he's out for the season.
He out for the rest of the season. So that's
that.
huge for our D line. They bringing in somebody that ain't played.
Fresh meat.
The one strength of our team. Keen, you got any info on Will Johnson? They ain't saying nothing.
I haven't. I've been looking all through this feed, and
I ain't
saw nothing. I've been hearing.
You well enough to hand out turkeys. You better be out there playing.
And buffs.
Right. Get the turnover. We need a turnover to put on the turnover buffs, brother. All right, let's hop into Northwestern, man. I mean, this game is just, I don't know how
would be a slap buck.
How would you describe it? I don't even know how to describe this game.
I think King just described it the best way you can.
Hey, look, we're a 10.5-point favorite. That's what type of game this is gonna be.
And I don't know why we'd be favored 10.5 over.
I don't either. That's what I'm saying.
Have they not factored in coaching?
They're 4-6. We're 5-5. They're 16th in the Big Ten. We're 11th.
I'm just going through their schedule, man. Like,
maybe just because they're last place.
They did beat Maryland at Maryland 37-10. That's probably the best win they had all year.
Maryland's 4-6 right now.
Yeah, Maryland whack too, but I'm just trying to find their
trying to find a silver lining.
Probably is their best win.
They
got smacked by Iowa, and Iowa's
every game for us though is a trap game. we could. I'm just not sold 100% that we have this wrapped up and locked.
It's at Michigan. It's versus Northwestern. It's to seal a bowl victory for sure. I mean, a
They're
bowl.
gonna bring out all the stops. This is their
That's
Ohio
what
State game.
this is their Super Bowl. So
As long as we play loose, man, don't be all get Barry out of coverage. I don't care if he had a good game last game. Still, get him out of coverage.
I live for games like this is I don't understand why our players ain't looking at this like, yo, this is my 10 touchdown game. I'm
trying to eat.
You can make your season off this one game,
Stock
dog. Go in there
riser.
and eat.
You know who their best receiver is?
Bet you was an African.
Nah. What you call it from Michigan? Henning. AJ Henning.
AJ Henning.
Yeah, he been there for this is his second. I think this is his
I
second.
remember that. I remember him now.
Yeah, he was from Illinois. He transferred back home, and I mean,
He
missed out
defected.
on that natty last year, like a goofball. But
right, like goofy. Yeah, your decision making ain't.
Him and old boy from Washington. What was that receiver name? Forgot again.
Giles.
I got a question. Would you sit on the bench and get a natty, or go to a sorry squad and play? I sit on the bench and get.
I'll get the natty, then go to the sorry.
And then go.
Right, you still had another
hey,
year.
that ring got to be worth at least a couple bands.
Right, and you do nothing but get more value as time goes on.
Can't take what we was, Chip. Can't take what we was.
That's what we holding on to, unfortunately. All right. Well, I know we talked before we started off camera, but we ain't got too many wins this year. So somebody go ahead and let the people know. Last game's score predictions. I believe I got first place.
Yep, 34-20, 14-point differential. I came in a screaming second, 31-13, 18-point differential. And Keen came in with a whopping 38-17, 21-point differential.
I don't think highly of us right now.
He thought Indiana was going to just rough shot.
It wasn't a bad prediction at the time, based upon what
it was trending that way in the first half. I'm glad it tapered off.
Right. They came out on fire for sure. All right. So Keen, you up? Yep. Predictions.
So the spread, like I said, is at 10.5 right now. Hold on, dog.
I'm not gonna let Vegas screwball me.
They're not gonna do shit. It's not gonna be no 10 point. Yeah. I'm gonna say 17.
Somebody's edging.
17-7.
Oh, he got the 10.
Might as well stick close to it. Us, of course. I mean, is it of course? No, we better win this fucking game.
Michigan. All right, I'm gonna go. $31-10. Michigan.
Man.
All right, I'm gonna go. Let's see. That offense is terrible. I'm gonna go 24-7.
All right.
I'm gonna go
24-7. 21-20. 10. That's it. They're locked in.
21-7. Yep. All right, Keen, what's popping over there on Instagram?
DEI hire is what I heard. I heard even the stuff about Colorado. I heard it on Instagram. I came in front. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give credit when credit's due. I don't remember the dude's name, but he just brought up Colorado and how they replaced the whole roster. And I'm like, dang, you're right, bro. Like, dang. But I mean, it is what it is. Everybody's feeling the same sentiment. Some people are like, nah, Sharon, we're coming off a natty, but we lost everybody. And then your other people like, but bro, we coming off a natty. We shouldn't have to rebuild. We should be reloading. So it's like give and take, but we on Instagram at the Michigan Man Cave Podcast.
B, what's popping over there on X? Hope you probably ran out of breath to argue with finger types to argue with folks. Now, I mean, you got nothing to defend against. So
raw tips.
If anything, this bad coaching has unified us. Everybody pretty much talking the same talk. It was the biggest thing for a minute, for a couple of days, is Sharon's the timeout situation. That was on fire. Cass was going crazy. Just imagine the most degenerate things you could say to somebody. That's what people were saying.
Twitter is where all those memes live.
Exactly. Then the rumors about what's the kid's name? The quarterback situation. Those rumors were sparking off for a minute. That's kind of died down. The big talk now, Trey, you alluded to it with Keen, is what's going on with Will Johnson. Is he gonna play that Ohio State game? Yeah, like I said, the coaching experience that we're going through right now has pretty much unified the fan base. Everybody's just asking the same question. But
we're basically in AA together.
Exactly, it's therapy. So
those soft tissue injuries, man, they're unpredictable.
We on X, the Michigan Man Cave podcast. Right now, the biggest topic: basketball. Everybody's turning the page.
Yeah,
not even concerned with making the bowl game. It's like, all right,
it's real.
Let's head over to.
Yeah, and we'll talk more hoops as the year goes on. But we've been keeping up on hoops, so hopefully y'all been watching basketball. We're gonna hit y'all with something good. So we ain't got nothing else for the greater good. Killer Kale, get us up out of here. We'll catch y'all next week. Appreciate you. Subscribe.